Private military corporations and mercenaries have been used throughout history as an alternative to standard state militaries. In the first half of the 20th century, private military corporations were practically non-existent. However, during the 1960s and 70s, the roots of modern private military corporations emerged as war tactics, technologies, and ideologies evolved. For example, before and during the Vietnam War, private civilian operations such as Air America airlifted food and supplies to troops and American affiliates behind enemy lines. Although Air America was not a professional military operation, it was an independent company that became involved in the Vietnam War. It was not until after the end of the Cold War that private military corporations emerged as a major industry for dealing with the vacuum in the security market, as well as with evolving war tactics. Also, diminished sizes of professional armies has allowed private military corporations to expand. Private military corporations currently encompass a global market from the United States, Europe, and Asia.
A prime example of a private military corporation is Blackwater Worldwide, founded in 1997 by Eric Prince. Blackwater is one of the largest private military contractors in the world, and like all private military contractors, Blackwater provides military services to the highest bidder, which includes the United States Department of Defense and the CIA. At first, the company only provided security training for SWAT teams, Navy SEALs, and security personnel. But after the September 11th terrorist attacks, the company grew exponentially to become the largest in the world. The U.S. government funded contracts ranging from security for FEMA projects after Hurricane Katrina to counterterrorism in Iraq and Afghanistan. However, recently within the last 3 years, Blackwater Worldwide has become the target of increasing criticism. In 2009, the U.S. State Department dropped its contract with Blackwater after a shootout 2 years earlier that killed 17 Iraqi civilians. Also, Blackwater's raids against suspected insurgents, also known as snatch-and-grab operations, between 2004 and 2006 has increased criticisms of the use of private military corporations. Despite the criticisms, Blackwater continues its operations and receives funding from other branches of the United States government and private supporters.
Private military corporations allow the United States to conduct military operations that lie outside the jurisdiction of the national military. Since private military corporations are not directly affiliated with the United States and are considered civilian businesses, the U.S. cannot take responsibility for private military corporations' actions, which allows greater flexibility in military foreign policy. Also, private military corporations allow the United States military to concentrate troops in other areas. For example, private military corporations can provide escort for VIPs, security for important areas such as CPA installations in the Green Zone or Baghdad, local military training for police and National Guard, and finally, additional troops for occupation after an operation. Private military corporations are independently funded and are not under the command of any central government, including the United States. Furthermore, since PMCs are independent, not all PMCs operate under the same rules. That means they can fulfill their contracts by essentially any means they deem necessary, such as Blackwater's snatch and grab missions, which subdued suspected insurgents without formal proof. Also, PMCs, considered as civilian businesses, may deviate from the understood contract, essentially becoming a rogue military unit, or may drop the operation completely, all on the basis that the operation is not profitable for the company. Therefore, supporters such as the United States military are at the mercy of PMC's decisions, which may affect national security. Once again, since PMCs are considered as civilian businesses, they lie outside the normal military justice system of the United States, resulting in a legal gray area that PMCs take advantage of to perform their operations. Finally, private military corporations allow the United States and other governments to perform backroom deals that may not generally receive congressional or public approval, therefore alienating the public from foreign military issues.
Although beneficial for operations that government military forces cannot deal with, the fact that private military corporations operate independently and only provide services to the highest bidder questions how the United States deals with national security, as well as constitutional powers allotted to the U.S. government for foreign affairs.